You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1375 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, January 12th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed right here on this podcast. Subscribe, like, and leave us a 5-star review if you want to hear it back on the show potentially one day. Today, Wes has XL bullies in the UK. Whoa, an update.
Yeah, a little update on the parade of morons over there and how upset they are with their that their doggies are getting taken away. Their killers
Dogs are banned.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah,
that'd be upsetting. You know,
it certainly would. Will I'm trying to have a little bit of empathy, but you know, not much.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's XL bullies. They're scourge, right? I mean,
They are absolutely.
Wes, you want to take them away in America, right? I mean,
absolutely. Will.
we'll get into it. Mark's got a horror story about a faulty furnace.
Look, it's wintertime. Be careful out there. You know, if you're an idiot and don't know what you're doing like me, hire some help.
Yeah, you don't want to go fiddling with the furnace with no idea what you're doing.
Mark should not fiddle with anything.
Interesting word there with fiddle. You'll hear that later on.
Well, it's, rhymes with furnace. And I've got the latest UFO news to end the week and much more on tap. Going to talk about some of the big shit going on as well. And we hope that Mikey has a great fucking birthday weekend, and don't say that word at school.
Oh, happy birthday, Mikey.
Yeah.
Happy freaking birthday, Mikey.
Yeah.
Go right up to your teacher, Mikey, and say, hey, it's my fucking birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Everybody do this, though. Get your Fat-A-Thon weights in by January 14th in the Discord at Hard Factor, patreon.com/Hard Factor. Any tier, you can participate, get your weights in, and lose weight with us to get ready for Fat Boy Summer.
And sign up for the Ozempic giveaway we're doing in the Fat-A-Thon. I didn't see many people so far. It's just going to be a couple people that are automatically going to win.
We will spin the wheel, and 2 lucky participants will get free Ozempic for the thing.
That's right.
That's right.
Wow.
I feel like if it's only a few, we should give one to Greg Riley for all the work he does.
Well, he's signed up.
I know.
And he's one of the 2 that's I think.
I felt when I saw his name on there, I was like, we probably should have just said we only have one to give away.
Yeah.
We'll keep the names confidential.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
he
yeah,
does deserve something.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't say that. But PHI. Well, we don't know what's going on with him. We just sorry. Yeah, we shouldn't have said that. Yeah. But we should give him the thing.
Yeah.
Get your before picks. You don't have to share those either. Just get them ready for the end, because when you
scrub that out, Eric.
When you lose a shitload of weight, you're going to want to show off, and you'll have the before pick where you look terrible, and then you're going to be shredded at the end. So join us for the Fat-A-Thon. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. Discord server.
Right. Yeah. We won't mention any more names. Fuck. Live shows, right? Yeah.
You guys want to do the news?
Yeah, let's do the news.
Let's do it.
Do you know who you're with? 3 Factor, yeah. And this is real news.
Pat will be back in I think a week.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
not
no,
sure.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
He's supposed to be working 4 days. Supposed to be working 4 days a week this 2024. Yeah.
He's coming back full time next week. That's what I heard.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Guys, let's go to the UK to check in on who I consider the world's greatest leader currently, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. You might remember this great man announced last year that he and the rest of the civilized people of the UK had had enough and would be taking a stand against the uncivilized people and their favorite pet, the XL pit bull, which is just the largest version of the American pit bull, the dog that kills and attacks more people than any other breed by a landslide, according to stats and facts.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's like really only 3 dogs that really have the capability even of like murdering people, and it's like pit bulls, German shepherds, and Rottweilers, right? Maybe
Rottweiler. Well, you got the Mastiffs, you got the Dogo Argentinos, you got a few that are capable, but pit bulls.
But they don't ever attack. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few that are capable but don't ever attack. There's
Right.
there's like only
Wolves.
like 3 or 4 breeds that actually are
Wolves,
capable and attack.
lions. Yeah. They are the lion of the dog breed. Anyway, the UK had already basically banned the normal pit bull as classified by the AKC because of how dangerous they are, along with, like I mentioned, the Doggo Argentino and a couple other breeds. I can't remember, some Toso breed. So the good people who love pit bulls were like, hey, if we just make them bigger and call them something different, we can still have them. We can still have them. We love them. We'll make them bigger, more dangerous, and we can still have them.
Checks out.
So that's what they did until now. Rishi said,
Is that a pikey? I think that's the pikeys.
Yeah, well, I imagine a lot of pikeys are pit bull lovers.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
It'd be hard to get the pits off of those trailer parks, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good luck.
You'll see a couple of them later. Rishi said enough is enough after a slew of attacks by these monsters. In fact, let's see, I've got the stat right here. From 2021, 11 people in the UK were killed by this specific XL bully breed. So he was like, enough is enough. We got to get under control, and the breed, time to protect our children, right? Something that politicians over here they'd rather fuck kids than protect them over here. So it's a little bit different, right?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Easy, Aaron Rodgers.
Hold on. You're saying that no UK politician went to Epstein Island?
I'm sure they were, but for the sake of this segment,
I didn't know Jimmy Kimmel was in politics.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I saw Rodgers was already back on the Pat McAfee show.
Is he?
Yeah.
That lasted a day.
It lasted a day. Yeah.
Can't hold A-Rod down. All right. He's got to get on there. He's got to talk vaccine. He's got to talk spirals, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, the new ban on these XL monsters went into effect January 1st. And to help the morons that aren't sure if they own an XL bully or not, the government put out an easy to read guide to determine if you have what is considered an XL bully breed, because the breed is not officially, again, recognized by the AKC. Here's part of the guide to help the dum-dums identify that their dog is an XL bully. It says, quote, a suspected XL bully does not need to fit the physical description perfectly. If your dog meets the minimum height requirements and substantial number of these characteristics, it could be considered an XL bully breed. These include if it wasn't even sold as an XL bully. So it doesn't have, the moron that sold the other moron the XL bully didn't have to be like, hey, this is an XL bully. It's just a pit bull, large pit bull.
Can't you just claim it's a mutt? No, it's mutt.
Nope, because crossbreeds that look more like XL bully dogs than any other type of dog are also considered XL.
Wes,
bullies.
this is getting a little racist. As our racism expert, I mean, doesn't this sound a little troubling to you? I mean, they can just take any dog by the look of them and just toss them in the incinerator.
You're right, Will. It is getting on for dog racism, yes. But for
Wes has his
protection of
blinders
children,
on when you talk about pits.
I do. I'm very one-sided.
Yeah.
I talk.
I'm a
hypocrite,
right? I mean,
yeah. I'm a big hypocrite when it comes to this topic. Also large.
Do what you must. Do what you must. You know? I'm not looking.
Imagine if somebody came into your house and you didn't think you had a pit bull, and they were like, "No, mate, sorry, that's a pit bull," and then they fucking take it and kill it. Like, that's devastating.
Well, they're not killing them yet, Will, but they will start killing them unless you do certain
immediately, right? I mean, that's the plan.
That idiot.
They're not going to start killing. I'll get to it. So, but they are going to start killing a lot of them because these morons with no responsibility won't do what it takes to keep their dog. Anyway, they also put pictures of what the XL bully looks like, and it's basically just a pit bull. So
cute. Come on.
All the neighbors in the neighborhood will be like, "Oh, that's a pit bull. That's an XL bully." So it's going to cause a lot of rifts between the civilized people again and the uncivilized people. And so what happens now? What happens now? Well, the current pit bulls in the UK, if you own one of these death machines, you must now muzzle it in public so it can't eat any kids or other dogs, which of course has caused morons to start wearing muzzles in solidarity with their pit bulls, like this one guy who made headlines when he went to a bar and started sipping beer through a straw through his muzzle when he took his pit bull out that had to be muzzled.
That's cute.
Yeah,
I think it's adorable. Yeah.
Look, pit bulls are cute dogs. Like this guy right here, adorable, and that one looks friendly, but you never know. That's the problem. And
bite your hand off.
Yeah, it could easily kill you any second.
Friendly today. What about tomorrow?
Right. The other thing, Will, which we were talking about, is that comes to killing them is it's now illegal to breed, sell, or rehome these XL bullies. And from the 1st of February, it's illegal to own one of these things without an exemption certificate. And to get that, you'll need to get your dog microchipped, spayed or neutered, and get third-party insurance, in case it kills a kid, right? And this has created a nightmare in some neighborhoods because, again, none of this is cheap, and predictively, some of these losers have just abandoned their dogs in the streets rather than, do all the responsible things. And now they've got.
They don't want to get arrested for owning a pit bull, so they're just like, fuck it, mate, and then they're just like, sorry,
hey, fuck it, mate. I'll unleash him on the neighborhood. Fuck it, mate. Yeah.
So,
and in one tragic case, one of these things
obviously
was found.
That would happen though. That's just dumb enactment by the government. That's just like.
Well, look, the government gave you a way.
You do A, B's gonna happen.
Government gave you a way to keep your dog. You can choose to do that or not. Okay. That's the thing.
Or be arrested. That means just everybody's gonna release.
No, I don't know. They do have fines, big fines, I believe, and your dog will be taken and killed.
Right. So they're releasing the dogs.
One bully was found mutilated and burnt in an alley. I guess that's how these people think. I guess it's better to burn me dog than to get in trouble. So
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, do it myself. I'll burn me dog.
That's when you outlaw the dog and you have a crazy guy who owns it. I mean, it's literally they asked for the situation.
It's a recipe for a disaster. Yeah.
This is surprising they're not. You know how I'm surprised they're not marching to Parliament with a bunch of pit bulls.
They are, Mark. I'll get to that.
Okay.
And
pit bulls everywhere.
For God's sakes,
the
whatever you do.
Pit bull march, the million bully XL march.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Parade of morons. And for God's sakes, whatever you do, get the hell out of Scotland, because the ban is not in effect of Scotland, and then people are just shipping these dogs by the dozen to save them to Scotland. So Scotland is the worst place.
Running into Scotland.
Yeah. Scotland's the worst place.
Prima Nocte all over again.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as I said, these idiots took to the streets of Manchester last weekend to protest the ban, and boy, what a sight! One sign even acknowledged that the owner's a moron. It says roses are red, violets are blue, pit bulls are. Rishi is wrong. Even I know it's true. Even I know it's true. Then check out check out.
I'm low IQ,
right?
And I still know that pit bulls can be fine.
If you couldn't see, it was misspelled, of course. Yeah,
of course.
Oh yeah, the whole sign. And it was really poorly put together. I mean,
written in brown.
Look at this one, and you can see the mom's stripper hand on her son's back, supporting the sign that says "Rishi's a twat." So also, this couple who look like nice people. Where is it? Said muzzle Rishi, and then they have what looks like a BDSM. Rishi's got blood on his face. Picture of Rishi with the muzzle. They look like fine people.
Tit for tat. Okay.
He looks like he's seen a few meth rocks before.
They were a little hungover. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and then here's your quintessential pike. What do you call them? Pikeys.
Pikey.
White trash family with the daughters who love their pit bull. We all saw what happened in Tennessee with that situation. And this woman in pink and black hair, wearing a muzzle, holding roses, which are used they placed as a memorial to all the pit bulls that have been put to sleep, not as a memorial to all the kids they've killed, which is ironic.
That's a good picture. That should be like the cover photo.
That's her profile pic for sure.
Live comment from Nick Miller. Is this a kink story? That just might be a sex thing with her. That might have nothing to do with pit bulls.
It's true.
She's at home in that muzzle there. So
and that's a coincidence.
And then speaking of racism,
fucking coincidence.
She just walked right into the protest.
Yeah. She's looking to get fucked.
Pit bull rally would be the place.
Oh, they will fuck.
Sexual energy is going to be
No condoms there, that's for sure.
It's like a Dothraki town in Game of Thrones,
Yeah. And check out. Speaking of racism, Will, look at this racist sign that these the only bully is you, and then look at the picture of Rishi.
Yeah, but his ears are enormous. Pull up a picture of Rishi. His ears, he's got He's got oddly big ears. I don't think that's
a
racial
racist
thing.
picture.
That's
Yeah,
like a
the
1950s telephone pole.
picture comes off very, very, very racist. But his
Whoa.
ears are enormous if you check him
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. So
Holy
that's what's
shit.
going on over in the UK with the great leader Rishi. As you can see, the one girl has a little hoop in her nose and some studs on her lips. You know, just classic stuff
Because
going
no
on.
piercings
Yeah.
make you trashy.
Yeah.
Why did they put a carpet in there? So is flying on a carpet?
Look, you know, obviously I'm exaggerating. But you know, stats are stats, and they gave him the out. They don't want people to die anymore. And if you want to keep your dog, take the steps and be a responsible owner. That's the problem here, right? Is that they're not responsible.
You gonna
Sure,
move?
okay. We've heard the whole spiel before. Wes,
Mhm.
is Rishi Sunak now your favorite politician of all time?
Landslide, yeah.
Has to be, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
like number one. He's the only guy that's done it. Yeah.
Yeah, landslide, yeah.
Until someone enacts Big Naturals Day, it's gonna be tough to top.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah. Rishi's got Wes's heart in his hands.
Yep. And you know, unlike pit bull owners, you probably have some business to take care of. Your business is probably growing this year, and a new year is a great time to grow your business. But if you're stuck in the trenches of daily tasks like managing order fulfillment, pit bull owners, that's when you take orders and you create business and then you send it out to your clients. You're not able to focus on what really matters, increasing sales. And ShipStation is here to help you do that. The free trial that you're going to get with the code I send you is quick and easy to set up. And it's now a great time to try ShipStation if you've been on the fence. The order details page. Yeah.
Wes, let me stop you. I mean, you can be talking to pit bull owners too, because they probably have a lot of legal documents to ship.
Exactly, Mark.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, look, if you need to ship out like letters to your attorney, you know, stuff like that.
Lots of
Probably a lot of child care,
shirts, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. You know, welfare,
hats.
government, programs that you need to sign up for.
Custom hats.
The order details page lets you quickly and easily update crucial order information and reduce errors. Effortless integration everywhere you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more. ShipStation has enterprise solutions that reduce warehouse costs and improve profitability. And you get the best rates from UPS, DHL, Global Post, with discounts of up to 89% off USPS and UPS rates. So you're losing money if you're not using ShipStation. Over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce businesses with ShipStation, and 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life because it is just that good. So make this year your most profitable one yet with ShipStation. Use promo code HARDFACTOR today at ShipStation.com to sign up for your free 30-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, promo code HARDFACTOR. Get a 30-day free trial at www.ShipStation.com/HARDFACTOR. Thanks to ShipStation for sponsoring this show.
Hell yes. Okay, so it's winter time. Ask Will. What did you just get 8 to 10 inches over there?
I just had my first shovel of the year. Felt great on my bruised leg, but it was really, everything was fine. Yeah. It's nice to get out there. Forces you to exercise. Yeah.
I'm a little jealous. I don't want 8 inches because, you know, that's going to last a while if it stays cold, but I wouldn't mind a quick snow then melt. But speaking of 8 to 10 inches, quick update from the first ever Let's Go show. And from a previous topic on this show, Larsa Pippen is really giving it to Scotty. She went on the Andy Cohen 411 nighttime talk show on Bravo this week with Marcus Jordan, and they told Andy that they have sex 5 times every night, and she said that she bangs Marcus way more than she ever bangs Scotty.
Oh my God.
On national.
Well, in Scotty's defense, I have not heard that Marcus Jordan's penis is larger than life, as the internet really knows about.
Probably not possible.
So yeah,
it's like a kickstand.
He can hang his hat on that, literally, his cock.
She's also lying. Come on, five times a night. Come on.
Right, which is equal to about 1 time with Scotty. But back to getting buried in snow, not cock. It's fucking cold out everywhere. Storms are happening, and just like summertime with the AC breaking, you don't want the heat or the hot water in the furnace to break during wintertime. Am I right?
Right.
No.
Right.
Unfortunately, one of the worst things. Yeah, you need the heater.
Bad, especially during a storm. Who's going to get out there? Unfortunately for 84-year-old Joan Littlejohn and 82-year-old Glenwood Fowler, a couple that lived together in South Carolina. That's exactly what happened to them. Not good. Yeah, they're elderly. Their furnace is broken. Not good. Here's a couple pictures of them. This is Joan. This is Joan from like the 1950s, or like this is black and white. That's when she was a child. And there's Glenwood Fowler. Their furnace and hot water heater was not working, so they complained about it to the family members. They're like, can't get a hot shower. Furnace is broken, and that was this past Wednesday. They let their family know. You know.
Okay.
How are you doing? Not great. Can't get a hot shower.
That's kind of one of those, though, when you hear it, you're like, all right, yeah, they'll get it, they'll get it sorted out, right? You're like, yeah.
Well, maybe not, because the family was like, uh-oh, Joan and Glenwood, they're having issues. So they showed up. They went over to the house and, quote, fiddled with the furnace, back to fiddling, as the pilot light was out. And they got it to come back on. Yay.
It's easy. You just take a lighter to it most times, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I don't know what they did to it, but they got it to come back on.
Usually has a self-ignite thing too.
So you fiddle with your furnace, Wes, while you've got.
I've had to relight my pilot light before. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, the house that we all lived in together when we were rooming in Charlottesville, Virginia, I used to have to reset that fucking pilot light all the time because that thing would go out constantly.
Maybe there was something a little bit more off with this basement furnace than just a lighter fix. And they probably should have called a plumber, because after not hearing from Joan and Glenwood for 3 days, a house call was made on Saturday, and a police officer and paramedic found the couple dead in their house that was now registering at over 120 degrees Fahrenheit after the doors had been left open for like a half hour.
Whoa.
Oh, holy shit. So, yeah, I mean,
They
like,
bake themselves?
What caused that, though?
The furnace caused it. The paramedic took the couple's temperature and topped out their device. It broke their device, which caps at 106 degrees. So they were, instead of 98.6 degrees, they were over 106 degrees internally, probably more like 110 to 115. They were cooked. Yeah.
Damn. That's
not good.
Not a good way to go.
Not good. Then the firefighters showed up and they checked the furnace in the basement, which appeared to be on fire, and they measured that at over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So basically, the family came over, fiddled with the fucking furnace, and turned the house into a giant oven.
Yeah, like a Neapolitan pizza oven.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with the couple. I guess it kept getting hotter, and maybe they were like, this is fine, and they went to sleep, and then they didn't wake up. Hopefully.
That's better than being cold.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No.
That's why I was thinking, like, when Meemaw calls up and is like, I can't get the hot waters. I feel like you got to give that a beat and not go over there and fiddle with the furnace right away. But I guess they knew better. But how the fuck did they light their furnace on fire, though, from just relighting the pilot light?
Well, I think they didn't just relight the pilot light. I think they fiddled with it and turned it on to mega. So they turned the notch up to infinity.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you can also move the knob as well as
right. They fiddled too much.
They fiddled, and someone just turned it all the way up to the highest levels possible. And it's probably an old furnace, and it was broken, and they needed probably a new furnace rather than just relighting the pilot light. And this furnace said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna incinerate."
It's crazy that they didn't burn the house down before cooking themselves.
Well, the furnace was trying. I mean, had it gone another couple days, like the fire was trying to escape the furnace.
Right.
With fires inside, smoke inhalation, you're usually going to pass out from the smoke inhalation before any of that, any like the burning and stuff, right?
Not a lot of smoke inhalation. In fact, also no carbon monoxide levels high. It was just a oven house, just the hottest house imaginable, like living on the surface of the sun. I don't know what the hell happened or how they didn't get out of the house. Again, they're old, so maybe like 85 to 90 degrees in your house for them was probably like okay. And then when they went to sleep, it turned into 100. And you dehydrate, you don't wake up, you die.
Well, people are cold. Yeah,
your blood boils. So a little PSA: be careful out there this winter with generators and furnaces if you don't know what you're doing. And we know times are tough, but maybe call an expert if you don't know what you're doing.
Dude, I'm almost.
And if you rent, certainly call an expert.
I came close to cooking myself yesterday. I woke up, trying to be like healthy for the fat-a-thon, and I was trying to do like when you cook scrambled eggs, you can cook them really quick if you put the heat on really high, but they taste a lot better if you do it low and slow and kind of just mix the eggs around with a little bit of butter. So I was doing that, and I cooked my eggs at 9 a.m. and at around 7 p.m. I walked back in the kitchen and noticed that my gas was still on. My oven, my thing was still on low, which it had been the entire day. I had left the house, I had gone errands, and my stove was just at a low. No, it was lit. That's the thing. It was so it wasn't leaking gas.
It was burning off.
Okay.
It was burning, but it was on for 10 hours.
So the dogs are loopy.
Yeah, that's
I've done that before. I've gotten like I've left it on without it being lit, and I started to get a headache, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And
you smell it. Yeah, you'll smell it.
My carbon monoxide went
smell
off.
it.
Yeah, and when my head started pounding, and I was like, "Oh Jesus, I almost died." If it had happened at night, I'd be dead.
Yeah, we all got a few of those stories.
Careful about that.
Be careful this winter, Hive, and everyone listening. Careful.
Combustible gas.
R.I.P. to Joan and Glenwood.
Combustible. Yep.
Those family members probably feel pretty bad.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, it's horrible.
Some guilt.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah,
it's a real tragedy. What's not a tragedy, at least for Ray Epps? He got no jail time. That guy has to be a patsy, right? You guys know who I'm talking about?
Epps?
Yeah, the J6 guy. He's the one who was like, we're gonna storm it, and then he's like whispering into everybody's ears right before they break down the gate.
Oh yeah, I see a picture of him whispering in everyone's ears. Yeah.
He got no jail time. Some people got like 17 years. It's kind of crazy.
Are people saying he's the FBI agent that was I
mean, it seems like a patsy treatment he's getting compared to other people. Anyways, Google, this is bad news. Back to it. Laid off.
Patsy is patsy the right term, or
yeah, a patriot that would do anything like.
I thought patsy was when you like frame someone. Like
patsy is like somebody who would take a charge for the country.
Okay,
but get no jail time because he was working potentially. Google laid off.
They weren't all feds that showed up that day.
No, not all, but Ray Epps.
A lot of pit bull owners. Yeah.
That's weird. Google laid off 1,000 more employees right after Sergey Brin landed on the Epstein docks, which is a tough week at Google. And also the Warriors got blown out by 800-pound Zion Williamson and the Pelicans 141 to 105. So
how is he not smashing rims? Those rims must be pretty sturdy.
They got stronger rims these days. Yeah.
Well, they got stronger because of Shaq. After Shaq, they reinforced all the baskets.
If they weren't Shaq proof, Zion would he would with a layup he would probably break a rim. Yeah.
Ethereum is surging though, so not all bad in the Bay Area.
Okay.
And sorry about yesterday. I said that Pete Carroll was fired. He retired. Bill Belichick mutually decided to be let go the next day. I got confused. So
Pete Carroll might stay on as an advisor to the Seahawks, but if I was him, I'd probably just go coach somewhere because I'm sure everyone would love to have him.
Yeah, but I think it's like he's really retiring. He's like stepping back. He's doing like the Parcells deal.
Yeah, he did like he went out in the field and like observe. It seemed like he knew before the game that was his last game. Yeah, maybe. Right. But he said he was all fired up about the future. So I mean, why would he be fired up about being an advisor? I don't know.
Maybe he gets to be like GM style.
Fired up about vacations, I guess. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, lots of vacations, dude. I'd be taking a ton. South Africa called genocide on Israel at the UN while wearing white wigs. And in their defense, South Africa, they are very familiar with attempted genocides. So they know the numbers. We'll see how it plays out with that. So.
That's a pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, a lot of those jokes fly around. Meanwhile,
take it from us.
Yeah.
Next one, another one.
We know exactly what it looks like. Meanwhile, the US and the UK are preparing to up the assault level on Yemen. They are bombing the shit out of them as we tape this podcast. Some are saying online in defense of Israel, but I'm seeing it's mostly in response to Yemeni pirates running wild in the Red Sea. So that is happening right now. And with many out there online wondering if the goal is endless war at this point, we just hope that all of our military listeners stay safe out there because
absolutely
shit's popping off. Okay. We are the US and the UK are definitely bombing the fuck out of Yemen right now over the pirates. But then, the internet's running with it. Same day as the South Africa declaring genocide on Israel, people are saying, well, it's to, because Yemen supports Gaza, blah, blah, blah. Stay safe out there if you're in the shit.
Declaring genocide while wearing one of those wigs is just too much.
Silly.
It's just, come on. It's got to be a troll, right?
I mean, it's South Africa that's wild to just cut. They're the most recent country to come out of like an apartheid state, and then to turn around and be the first one to level the accusations of a genocide on somebody else. It's a bold move.
This is like
and the white South Africans in wigs. Yeah, it's
like when like a sophomore in a frat absolutely hazes the shit out of the new people, or like and when like right after you get past like on a rookie on a team and you're the sophomore on the team, when they overly haze the new people, it's like that.
Yep. And don't forget. Shinies. Don't forget, S in BRICS is South Africa. Okay. So as you see all of these, proxy engagements and actual engagements now with Yemen heating up, think about BRICS because they seem to be working as a team on these things. Anyways, the biggest news of the week by far. Have you guys seen the squid UFO video?
Huh?
No.
Is this Brazil?
Is it underwater UFO?
We'll get to the Brazil one, Mark. But no, yeah, Wes, it does go underwater. But I've got a video of it in the air. It dropped this week from Jeremy Corbell. He's the guy who's dropped all the other Navy UFO video leaks. And this one is pretty cool. Check it out. There's no sound. If you want to see it and you're just listening, go to Jeremy Corbell's Twitter or YouTube. And it's just drone surveillance footage as usual. But as you can see, there's this like squid-like thing. Yeah. Floating around.
That's an army.
Yep, in Iraq. Yep, Iraq in 2018 at a U.S. Joint Operations base.
That's one of the best UFO videos I've ever seen.
Right,
it's like a low budget horror film.
Fucking yeah, it's sick. So it was only visible on thermal imaging, and so you can see it like kind of changing, morphing heat signatures in the video. Right. That's because they couldn't see it on like regular camera. They had to turn on thermal. They said.
Whoa, that's awesome.
And so you see it changing like black to white, which is like hot to cold, or whatever reverse. I don't know how.
It's got like cloaking technology.
Yeah, basically. And they said it was jamming a targeting system of another camera. They claim that this thing came and checked out the base. As you can see, it's flying all over this base in Iraq in 2018, and then it went off after this over a body of water. Went into the water, down into it, submerged for 17 minutes. And then after that, blasted off so fast that they didn't get it on camera because it was too far gone by the time they had it targeted. So,
yeah, I mean, we got some pretty cool drones, but I don't think we have that technology yet.
Right. No vapor trail as usual. So,
right. Yeah. Cause you'd see the heat behind it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty wild, yeah, because that's thermal. You would see a vapor trail. You would see some type of heat signature. It's only heated itself, and it can go from hot to cold.
We got free internet porn, but we don't have that yet. Yeah.
It's pretty good. So yeah, I mean, alien UFO, super advanced human UFO. Who knows? But this is the newest shit that dropped. This is the newest the squid UFO video.
What do you think it's telling the people? What do you think it's telling the other aliens in the ocean? Like, yeah, they got a lot of missiles and shit. They got.
It's only a matter of time before they kill each other.
Yeah. We'll be on land soon, boys.
Yeah, right. It's just the countdown to our apocalypse, right? Like they're gonna take care of themselves in this way. So a lot of
the ocean for a few more years. Yeah. What's that?
I'm not buying this, but a lot of people are saying that it's a smudge or bird shit on the camera lens. Do you guys buy that? I don't. I thought it looked pretty legit.
Smudge or bird shit?
That's what people were saying.
Back to the beginning of the video where it's closer to the camera.
Play it again.
Yeah. So at the beginning, it kind of does, but it changes color as it moves over things like that. So it stays like
see, what? That's not smudge.
It changes its shade. So I don't think it could be a smudge. Okay, people. That's what internet sleuths are saying. Also, here's a video from LA in 2009 from a camera phone. A lot of people, were pointing out that it's similar. Somebody caught one of these things, they say, with a camera phone for 16 seconds in the sky. You can see it up there above the telephone pole.
This one's
And then-
this one's cloaking device is broken.
Right. Or it's just like showing itself for some reason, and then boom, gone so fast that you can't see it run off. So a lot of people are pointing out the similarities. Squid UFOs could be a real thing. Who knows?
Did you see I saw something new about 10-foot aliens that people are seeing on some like
That's what I was talking
cliffside.
about.
Yeah, let's get to that. Let's get to
Okay.
that. So there's other big alien news this week. Obviously, there was the Miami Mall thing where people were saying they saw 10-foot aliens down there. And there was other reports of large beings being seen in Brazil, which is all that's driving apocalypse predictors insane because they think it's the return of giants to Earth before the rapture or whatever.
Anunnaki or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, where did
Yeah.
they go? I mean, what do you mean the return of giants? Wouldn't we see that happening? Like,
Well, because the Bible says that giants were there once and they'll come back like at the time of the apocalypse or something. But the Brazil one, the Miami one just looked strange. I couldn't tell what it was. No footage of any big beings. It turns out the Brazil one was just a giant Italian basketball player who was hiking. And people took pictures of him thinking he was a fucking alien.
He's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Remember the one that was that scared the family in Florida in the backyard, and they called the cops?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was a prank. It was people on like a raised platform, and they just like raised the platform so like they couldn't see on eye level, so it looked like they were 10 feet tall. Yeah.
You got to watch out. There's definitely lots of hoaxes, lots of people trying to fool you. But most importantly of all, in the UFO news related to the squid UFO, our boy Avi Loeb, the highest alien professor at Harvard you could possibly be, he kind of backs up the theory about the squid things could really be alien UFOs. Because he said, they're small like drones, right, and unmanned probably. And Avi said this recently. I don't think any spacecraft that would arrive to us from another star would carry biological creatures. It's far more likely if they are autonomous, they have an artificial brain, artificial intelligence. We already have developed that on Earth. And he went on to say, naturally, we're going to launch that into space too. So according to our boy, Avi Loeb, the esteemed alien professor at Harvard, UFOs are probably just AI drones, right?
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Our AI is going to start exploring space a lot better than we do. And then they're just going to team up and be like, oh, you guys are AI too? You got rid of your humans too? Sweet.
Yeah. You don't need the pilots, any of that
Get rid
stuff.
of your biological things too? Sweet.
Exactly. And the smartest alien scientist we know says it's true. So I'm going to take it as fact.
Basically. They had a bunch of military bases with missiles, those idiots. Sweet oceans, though.
They'll be dead soon. All right, that's the show. That's this week at Hard Factor. Thank you so much for listening, for supporting the pod. Hey, if you need more Hard Factor content, patreon.com/Hard Factor. Every tier comes with a backlog of 3 years of bonus episodes, plus Florida Man Friday, Pop the Clutch, and Send in the Card tier. They each have their own unique bonus weekly episode starting this year. So lots of extra content over there. Get in there if you need more Hard Factor. But most importantly, have yourselves a great fucking weekend.